and welcome to Movie Couple Live. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And this is the show where we talk about the latest in movie news and pop culture. And today, what we're talking about, Matt Damon may show up in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Paramount Plus will launch in March.
And Willy Wonka prequel, Wonka, is in the works, and so much more. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We apologize for running a little late. That was actually all my fault because I kept on asking Dustin to adjust the lighting, and then I made it worse because I asked him to adjust this. We had to put it all back, and then I thought we went live, and then we didn't. So we spent like a good 30-40 seconds talking
doing the show. So this is our second time
yeah,
going.
This is like that was like a rehearsal. So you guys, thanks for being patient. Look, this is what happens when you say F it, we do it live. And sometimes you don't go live. But happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good day, and thank you for choosing to spend some of your time on today hanging out with us. We have a lot of topics to cover. We're very, very excited to talk to all of you. Of course, our movie bunch in the Discord, in the chat, and of course later on in the comment section. Hello to everybody. And I know we're just getting started, but if you're here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Really, really helps us out here on YouTube. And if you enjoy what we do, what we talk about on the show, our videos and reactions like that, we would love it if you can subscribe. It helps us out a lot more than you think on here on YouTube. So thanks, you guys. My shirt is bleeding in the background. Yeah, it sure is. Look,
it's supposed to be a pink shirt that says Wednesday on it.
Seriously?
Oh.
Put the shadow on it.
That's a cool little illusion.
It's supposed to say Wednesday, even though it's not spelled correctly. I bought the shirt when we were in Taiwan in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And at the night market, they actually had shirts. They had one for every single day of the week. And I seriously almost decided to buy every single one of them. I can have a sweater for every single day of the week. And they were in different colors. Like Friday was black, Monday was, I don't know, green or something like that. And then I just happened to like this one because I thought it was hilarious that they misspelled Wednesday. There's an E missing in Wednesday. There should be an E right between the N and the S. And then I also like that they did it in pink because if you know Mean Girls, on Wednesdays we wear pink. So yeah, that's why that's why I wanted to wear the shirt today. And it's funny, if Dustin steps out of the frame, our color changes.
Let me see if I can get out of the frame.
I don't. Not really.
No, my butt's still in there.
Yeah.
Oh well, it was an attempt.
Yeah, but when only one of us is in frame, the lighting looks perfect. And when the both of us,
person,
I don't know what it is. It's totally fine. It doesn't matter. Anyways, you guys, before we jump into everything, we have the return of Chris's Choice. Woo-hoo! Thank you so much, Chris Mendez, for your contribution to our super chat. And Chris writes, assuming we would be getting new movie. Sorry, let me read that again. I just got tongue-tied. Assuming we would be getting new movies from all these, one of these awesome movie franchises must go. Oh, no, not another one must go. That's so hard. Okay, let's see what Chris has in store for us. Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, the MCU, or the DCEU?
I'm going to play a little bit of loopholes in this. So,
okay.
I guess he says, assuming we would be getting new movies for all of these new franchises.
So like the existing movies, Chris, please clarify. Because we're trying to find a loophole in this, okay? Assuming that the old movies would stay, basically when they make new ones from these franchises.
We just would not get any more new ones.
Yeah. Let me know if that is what you mean. Well, in any case, that's the assumption that we're going to operate under.
Imagine the fact that, like, for example, we're not getting very much Lord of the Rings material. I think we're going to get an Amazon show, and then that's it. Yes. However, with Star Wars, you're getting like Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, you're getting Rebels, you're getting
the Bad Batch.
You're getting a ton
Squadron
of Star Wars stuff.
Acolyte.
So
Acolyte,
I'm kind of like, okay, that's keeping Star Wars a little bit more in the mix because we know that
Chris
we're going to
be
getting more.
Chris says that's correct. So all the existing movies that they've already came out with, have already released under these franchises, would still exist.
Oh,
but
okay,
new ones.
Okay, then probably I would be dropping either Lord of the Rings simply because there isn't much new material coming out on it. Correct. Even though I would love to still would love to see what Amazon is planning to do with the Lord of the Rings prequel, or was it a sequel? I don't know which one it was. But
comment in the chat or in the comment section if you know the answer to that.
And here's another, and also so far what they have done with Harry Potter after the new after the original series has been a little lackluster.
Yeah.
So I think I would want to keep the MCU, the DCEU, because they're going to be coming out with a lot more new stuff.
Yeah.
And also, I really like the direction that the DCEU is going, because it seems like they're going to be like, you know what? Let's just screw this whole consistency thing. Let's just make a good movie.
They have
and
the
it could
Flash.
Be,
They don't
we could
need
have like 5
consistency.
different Jokers, 3 different Batmans, a couple different Superman. And I love that. I'm like, just give us a good story and a good movie.
Like, I'm so excited to see Pattinson.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that movie.
And then I'm also excited to see Michael Keaton.
Oh, to return as in the
Batman.
Flash.
So I'm excited to see what they do with that. And also all of the cool stuff with Star Wars. So I would give it a toss-up between Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Now, if they were bringing out more Harry Potter stuff, which I personally think WB should do, they should start kind of treating Harry Potter kind of like the way Disney has been treating Star Wars, and be like, okay, let's just have this kind of a series. Let's try to do like a little TV show. Hey, try to do an animated series that's based in the world of Harry Potter. How many people just want to go back to Hogwarts? Either 20 years in the future, go back 100 years in the past. I think that would be amazing. What was Hogwarts like back in the 1800s? What was Hogwarts like back in the 1700s?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I would love to just explore that world more. Lord of the Rings has an amazing story. However, I don't see much tweaking that you're able to do to Lord of the Rings. The world of Lord of the Rings is kind of the world of Lord of the Rings. You can't really add or subtract much, because then it's not very Tolkien-ish anymore.
Right. Well, and also you don't have Tolkien writing it, because, you know, to put it
bluntly.
Yeah.
So I would have to say, yeah, I'd probably have to drop Lord of the Rings.
I'm so torn.
So that's a long answer for that.
To say Lord of the Rings.
To say Lord of the Rings.
Okay, this is a bit tough for me. I know what I want to say, which would be Star Wars, the MCU, and the DCEU. But I want to pick Lord of the Rings, not because I don't like it. I actually love it, obsessed with it. But kind of to Dustin's point is that the books, you know, they've done the Hobbit movies all the way to the Smaug.
They did all of them. Yeah, they did the Battle of the Five Armies,
which we still haven't seen, because I lost interest in that whole thing, because I didn't think it was that good. Sorry.
I like the little song and dance, you know.
Sometimes, you know, you deliver in that way, people are like, oh, I don't know. I'm in a weird mood today, guys. But I love the original Lord of the Rings. Like, you and I have I guess the theatrical cut DVDs, and then we have the extended version.
We have the original theatrical cut, and then I got like the special edition theatrical cut. Then I got the extended versions, and then I got the one that came in a box set with a statue of Gollum.
Yeah, we have all of them. We're not throwing
any
of them. Yeah, we're not getting rid of any of them. So it's hard for me to say like, no, I don't want any more Lord of the Rings stuff. But aside from the Amazon series that is coming out, the story's been told. It's, I guess, the similarity.
And we've seen what happens when they try to expand something like The Hobbit. We saw how it didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous about them doing more material in that direction, kind of thing.
I don't want them to create new material from Lord of the Rings. Like, I guess if they want to adapt the other book, they could.
Silmarillion, all the Silmarillion is just a whole bunch of different stories, kind of a thing. So they really could do that. They could take something that is inspired out of all of these different stories from the Silmarillion. I can't pronounce it correctly, my apologies. But that would actually be a fun direction to go. But there hasn't been any talk about that, any chatter. So I don't think if that did come, it would take a while for it to finally get here.
I mean, do I want to see it? Sure. Do I feel like I have to see it? No. So like that would be the one. The other one I would say is Harry Potter. We've gotten the books, we've gotten all the movies, and then, you know, in most recently we have the Fantastic Beasts franchise, if you will, which are just okay. Like, I don't have that. You know, when Harry Potter books and movies were coming out, I remember I waited in line to get like that final book.
Oh yeah, me too.
I waited in line and dressed up to go to the movies
Same here.
before like reserved seating was like a thing. So I don't feel that with Fantastic Beasts. Is it nice to go back to the magical world and see a couple of new characters, or nods to certain things, like you see a Dumbledore and you see, yeah, sure, like Grindelwald and like the history of that, like that's really great, but I just don't feel that same intense pull as I once did. I still, go back to the books and I reread them or I revisit the movies, and that's all great. But the new properties, to me, it's just maybe it's just not for me. I just don't have that much of an interest in it. So if I were to pick one of the two, and I know that if we were to get new Potter material, um JK would definitely like have a lot of say in that, because this is essentially like her world. And so I just don't feel like I need anymore. I feel like some of the new stuff she's written, like kind of she's gone back and said like, no, this is this and that is that, and then I don't
She's
know.
kind of pulling a George Lucas to where she's like, I didn't like this about what I originally wrote many years ago.
But just
So
the way
let's
she
do
went
something
about
to retcon it.
explaining it seemed, I don't know. So I think I would actually pick Potter. Because
Oh.
because per Chris's rules, I still get all the original stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All the
You just
original,
get
all
no
the
new
movies.
stuff.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I think I'd rather see like new creative Lord of the Rings property before I see like Harry Potter. I don't know. So yeah, that's our answer, our very long-winded answer to Chris's choice. Thank you so much to Chris. And Chris also says, by the way, the Snyder Cut will no longer be a 4-episode series. It will now be a 4-hour movie. That actually was in our notes, and I forgot to add it. So yes, Zack Snyder did come out and say, I think it was on his Twitter or something like that. And I think a couple of you put it in Discord as well, that that it originally was going to be like mini series, like 4-part sort of a thing.
4
And
1-hour episodes.
I didn't love that, because I wanted to sit there and just binge the 4 hours, just sit there and watch and take in the whole thing, make it a whole like home at home watching event, instead of waiting a week and then another week and another week and another week. So I'm really actually happy about the announcement that it's going to be a 4-hour movie instead. What do you think?
I'm actually glad, because honestly, I did not want to have to watch 1 hour, wait a week, watch another one, wait another week. I'm glad it's all just coming out, and I can just be like, and just binge and drool over all of the cool Snyder stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be really awesome. So, and I think Snyder also said that like future marketing, any ones that are coming out recently, will reflect the new change for it to be a movie as opposed to miniseries.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. Chris, thank you so much for both of your super chats and Chris's choice. I want to see what you guys picked. I think some of you said Lord of the Rings. I think a lot of you actually said Lord of the Rings.
And I can't remember because it's already gone past. Someone was saying that, they really should kind of do to Harry Potter what they did to Star Wars.
That would be great.
Kind of be like, hey, Luke, kind of like how they went with Star Wars. Oh, yeah, we'll follow your stuff now that we have the rights for it.
Oh, for her to sell, she'll never sell the rights to it. I don't think she'll ever sell the rights to it.
Well, there was a time, though, that everyone was saying that about George Lucas, too. Oh, he'll never sell the rights.
It'll be years from now.
And sure, yeah.
It'll be years from now. And I don't know if she even plans to write any new books. I don't know.
Well, what was it? There's the saying that, no, I'm not going to write anymore until you miss the dump trucks of money that come to your front door when you do write one.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, maybe I will write another book.
We'll see.
Kind of a thing.
Time will tell. But those are our answers. Thank you so much for participating in Chris's choice in the chats. I see all of the comments. Yeah, a lot of you guys did say Lord of the Rings. Adam was not happy about that. Movie Bunch Adam. All right, what?
We've got another super chat.
Oh, we do?
From Justin.
And
this is an interesting one. Okay, so is there a movie or other piece of media that Dustin loves and Wendy hates, and or vice versa? Does this create any arguments, or does it not matter?
That's a good one, Justin.
Now, there are things that Wendy does like that I don't like. And so I think the biggest one would probably be horror. Where Wendy likes going to horror movies, Wendy likes to be scared. And I'm just like, no, I do not want to see it. And fortunately, in those cases, it hasn't like rubbed us the wrong way or anything.
Well, no, because I just go to the movies by myself.
I feel bad.
I just watch it by myself.
By herself, and then what is it called? Or Wendy will take
our buddy, yeah.
who likes horror movies to go see the movie.
Well, not now. So now I just watch all those horror movies by
Back in the
myself,
day.
here on my desk. But yeah, horror is probably the one thing that we're probably the most divided on, where it's me trying to sell the movie to Dustin, and he's just like, I don't know why you try. I don't know why you try. But I've succeeded. I got you to watch, even though it's not really horror. Doctor Sleep.
Yeah,
It's not really horror.
not really horror, but I still like. I like the way some of these movies that you like. What is it? I thought that Get Out was going to be more horror, and I loved. After you made me watch it, I was like, okay, this is really good. I really do like this. When it comes to slasher films, that's when I'll draw the line. When there's
Halloween.
obviously a lot of gore, a lot of blood and guts, kind of a thing. I'm kind of like, you know what? No, not really interested.
Not for me. Trying to think of any TV shows that love and let's think about this for a second though.
Honestly, this is something that I'm actually really happy about between you and me.
Yeah.
To where it's not like I love Marvel and you hate Marvel and you love DC and I hate DC and we're like all over, just getting all mad at each other and like yelling and arguing.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think that's what makes us a really good couple. Is the fact that one, you can like your stuff, like because you also like your Blackpink.
Yes.
You like a lot of K-pop stuff. Your K-pop dramas
in your area
is one of the things. Honestly, that's one of the things that I'm kind of like, nah, it's okay.
But when we drive in my car, we blast Blackpink, and he doesn't have a choice.
The music I like, but I'm not like as into it as Wendy is. She is like, oh, Blackpink, new Blackpink stuff is out. I think she's watched just about every single Blackpink performance that has been recorded on YouTube somewhere. She has found almost every single one of them.
Yes.
So, and I'm kind of like, that's cool, hun. She's like, Dustin, look at this. I'm like, I've seen them all.
I don't care. Watch it one more time. But pay attention to Lisa's arm this time. Do you see that little flick she does? It's so cool.
Okay, it's a flick. Okay, have fun, hun.
He'll humor me.
But yeah, there's nothing like a hate to where Wendy loves something and I hate it.
But I want to pay attention to that now because that makes me kind of curious. Like, because we're both nerdy, so we both generally have pretty similar views when it comes to entertainment.
Yeah.
With the exception of like, I really like to watch K-dramas and K-pop stuff. He's not going to turn that on and watch that. He would watch, I don't know what you watch on YouTube.
On YouTube, honestly, because of the atmosphere that we have been in for the last 4 years, I watch a lot of like boring news stuff because it's kind of like, when some people will doom scroll through Twitter, I doom scroll through YouTube.
I think that's the one maybe piece of media I would say you and I are most different on.
Yes.
When it comes to
consume that.
Yeah, like political views, we were similar, but I don't like to consume it as much. I'll do some doom scrolling on my own, but I will not sit there and watch like explainer video after explainer video. Like I'm done with it.
I'll also watch a lot of science videos to where people and Wendy's kind of like, that's cool, Dustin, but I'm not going to spend 30 minutes on the expansion of the universe kind of a thing. And I feel bad. Even like before we started getting to role playing, I would be like, all this talk about
TTRPG.
That's what
TTRPG, tabletop. Sorry, I just want to
Dungeons
clarify.
and Dragons and Pathfinder kind
just
of
in case anybody's headed.
I would be talking about all this stuff, and I can just see Wendy going like, I don't know anything about this stuff until I actually educated
For a while, it was like that when he would just sit there and talk my ear off about D&D, and I would think, God, is this what it's like when I talk to him about K-drama, about my love for like Lee Min-ho and Itaewon Class and Blackpink and BTS. Yeah.
And also when it comes to science videos, I love watching like Mark Ruber, the guy who created the glitter bomb.
The glitter bomb.
That glitter stolen package. I love that guy. I love watching just different scientific videos that explain different things and political stuff.
Yeah.
So
those are the things I don't tend to watch. Yeah.
So those are the things that we have opposites of.
I like watching the fluffy cute stuff on the YouTube, like a K-pop video or dogs or whatever. I'll scroll TikTok for like an hour just to watch random things. All right, guys, we're going to get back on track here. We're going to go back to our newsflash. Thank you to Justin and thank you to Chris for your contributions to our super chat. First up in our newsflash, is Disney's Luca. So we have a first look, and I actually found a photo from Empire Magazine. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Super cute. So this is, where is my notes for that? Okay, here we go. So Pixar released a new image for Luca, which is the image you are looking at right now. And this is the studio's next like adventure filled feature. And Luca, this is going to be directed by Enrico Casarosa. And this is going to take place on the Italian coast. And we have, I think they're best friends, Luca and Alberto, who are essentially sea creatures and they take human form and do fun human things when they are on dry land. That's about as like basic. Sorry, do you want me to put the picture back?
Yeah,
so
I was
you can
looking
look?
at the picture because I'm getting a little bit better of a look at it, and it looks like they're trying to do computerized stop motion animation.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. It's really
So
cute.
I'm curious on this new kind of animation. It looks a lot of fun, and I love
Very
the fact
colorful.
that it seems like Pixar and Disney are going like, okay, we have a list of all these different ethnicities and places, and let's just start checking them off to see if we can, expand our horizons on our different characters, our different princesses, have the first, like with Tiana, how she was the first Black princess. And I love the fact that you're just exploring all of these different cultures. And I'm just excited. When you hear Disney, when you hear Pixar, you're just like, yeah, give me it.
Yeah, it looks really cute. And I'm thinking, like two sea creatures coming on land to do fun human things. Makes me think of like
Fish out
maybe
of water.
Ponyo. A little bit of Ponyo, a little bit of that
yeah.
Miyazaki flavor in there. I think that'll be just fun and very fantastical. And I think that the funnest part is if they are indeed sea creatures and they're just kind of curious about, humans seem to have more fun and they get to do human things, and they're gonna be, no pun or maybe pun intended, fish out of water. And they're gonna do really awkward what they think is normal for human, like, right? They think about kind of how we speculate this is what aliens probably will look like and do and act, and they'll kind of get themselves into maybe trouble here.
There's a new TV show that I haven't seen yet, and it's about an alien that crash lands on this little in the middle of nowhere town. And it's played by the guy who plays Wash and Firefly.
Alan Tudyk?
Alan Tudyk. And he's the alien, and he's just trying to blend in with the society, and he's just trying to...
he's great.
And I think it looks hilarious. I just haven't gotten around to start watching it yet, but it sounds similar to where it's like, hey, let's go to Earth and check it out.
Yeah, that's super, super fun, super cute. We just wanted to share that first look from that was released by Empire Magazine with all of you guys. And of course, next up on our news flash, and this is a news that was dropped almost immediately from Adam in the Discord there. All the seasons of the Muppets are going to be available on
Oh,
sorry. Sorry, I got too excited. So yeah, very good news for all you Muppet fans out there. All 5 seasons of the Muppet Show is going to be streaming on Disney Plus come February. I think February 19th is the exact date. So this is obviously, we know it's created by the legendary Jim Henson production. Yeah. And the Muppet Show is kind of like a half-hour show that's usually like Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy and Fozzie and Gonzo and all the creatures. But I guess none of the seasons have been really like released and broadcast like this anywhere.
It's kind of hard to get a hold of them sometimes.
Yeah. So this is I don't believe I've seen all the Muppets.
Every single one. Oh, all of the Muppets. All of the Muppet show.
Right. I don't think I have. So I think when they come on, it'll be nice to have on in the TV, whether you're, like maybe I'm doing my bullet journal and I have it on the background, or just nice to have is just happiness.
Yeah. That's the thing about the Muppets, is that they're always just kind of like fun. Yeah.
Let's try to match the Swedish chef.
I love the Swedish Chef. I think he's. I love what is it on that new Muppet talk show when they have guests over and they have the Swedish Chef trying to cook stuff.
What
up.
a messy set. I pity the person that has to go and clean that up afterwards.
And I love how you can kind of tell that the puppeteer, he can't quite see the stage. So anytime that they're because their hands are like up here while trying to do the puppet, and they're always like, all right, here's this around here. And then you take the mallet and you go swish.
Oh my gosh. What fun though. What fun. But when I watch that segment of the show, I get a little bit of anxiety, or I'm like, the puppet is getting dirty. The production person in me is like, they have to clean it. The wardrobe and set dressers and everybody have to clean that whole thing up.
What a mess.
What a mess. But this is very, very exciting. So it's great news for all the Muppet fans out there. And then finally, our final topic when it comes to Newsflash, Paramount Plus is going to launch in March. So this is not technically a new streaming service. Is technically a rebranding for, I think it's like the CBS All Access one. So this is going to launch March. Let me see if I put it.
It's March 4th.
March 4th. Thank you very much. And it's going to go live in the US and Latin America and the Nordics on March 25th in the Nordics, and in Australia by the middle of the year. So everybody. And then in Canada, I guess CBS All Access will be rebranded as Paramount Plus on March 4th. And then it's going to evolve and expand offerings later on in the year. So it's just, for a second, I thought it was a new one. I was just like, oh my gosh, another one. But I wonder if that's going to cause some confusion for some people.
Yeah, why do they call it Paramount Plus?
I guess CBS and Paramount are kind of like Universal, like Focus Feature is technically under the Universal banner umbrella sort of a thing. So I guess I don't know. Correct me if you know otherwise in the comment section, but I believe that's kind of what it is. I'm just happy that it's not.
If it's going to be separate, I really think that what they should have done is really made it sound more separate. Because now when you think of
I don't think
Paramount,
it's separate though. It's a rebranding.
Well, I know. No. Separate from Disney Plus.
Oh.
Kind of a thing.
I'm
kind of like, why would you want to name yourself after close or close?
Viacom owns Paramount and CBS. Okay, that makes sense then.
And I'm kind of like, why not call it something else?
Thank you, Justin.
With Disney Plus already out there, I think it's going to cause a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, because you have the Disney, because every single streaming thing has a very different name, right? Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Peacock. What else am I missing? Is that it?
I think that's, well, there's probably more out there.
But yeah, Paramount Plus, the naming of it does sound very close to Disney Plus, and hopefully people know the difference between the two studios. But I wonder if they just like, I don't know how you can play like on the name there, Paramount.
Well, I mean, heck, Paramount streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, there's hundreds of different things that you could have come up with that would have worked, but to call it Paramount Plus, I think just kind of latches on to the Disney Plus too much.
Right.
So I mean, that's honestly like a nitpicky thing about them.
It's
having
very
their
nitpicky.
Name.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't wait for more content. And honestly, this is something that I think more and more studios, that if you don't have a connection to one of these streaming platforms, make your own. Put it out there. Start putting out your own video. Make it so
Discovery Plus as well.
Oh yeah, and Discovery Plus.
Yeah, we just got access to that.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to Wasted Pod, the Paramount Premium experience. Paramount Premium.
Yeah,
that's a nice cool. That's a nice sounding name.
See,
Premium.
So there's I personally think that there's definitely hundreds of other names out there that you could have called it, and you stuck with Paramount Plus.
I guess it's kind of the plus sort of is seen as like an expansion to their overall property. You know, like TV, film.
I still prefer Paramount Premium.
that's got a nice ring to it too.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you guys,
Paramount
already have CBS All Access or something like that, I guess now hopefully they just kind of switch you over
Mm,
to Paramount Plus, and that would be cool. Yeah, I don't know if you and I have plans to get something like that in the
no.
future. I don't feel like
It all depends on how they've grown, what kind of shows they have coming out. If they actually have something that we're like, oh my God, we have to see that,
yeah.
then we'll get the trial membership.
And also, we have so many already that we're a little on Apple TV Plus.
On Apple
Forgot
TV.
about Apple TV. So that there's just like a lot of material to absorb there. Yeah, CMK is writing it
Yeah.
down. Apple TV Plus, AMC Plus. That's right. Paramount
Oh,
Plus,
yeah,
Disney
that's
Plus,
right.
Discovery Plus, plus.
Exactly. It's kind of like everyone's
You
going
get
for
a plus, and you get a plus, and you get a plus, and you get a plus.
I can't believe that that's still a thing, that joke.
Forever.
It's going to be there forever
Pop
because
culture
it fits in
forever.
so many
Yeah,
situations.
it's really, really great. All right, guys, go ahead and moving on to our main topic. We got a Willy Wonka prequel incoming. And this is in the works. So Warner Brothers has set a date for this is going to be called Wonka. It's an original story focused on the prequel, kind of the earlier life of Willy Wonka, the chocolate factory owner. And this is set to hit theaters on March 17th, 2023. And the director is going to be Paul King, who did Paddington. And the producer of Harry Potter, David Heyman. And the studio is describing this as a focus on, quote, a young Willy Wonka and his adventures prior to opening the world's most famous chocolate factory. And of course, currently we're hearing about rumors of them looking at the possible actors to portray young Willy Wonka. And a couple of those names include Timothée Chalamet and Tom Holland. So two questions for you guys. Who would you like to see other than Tom Holland or Timothée Chalamet as the lead as Willy Wonka? Not saying that they're not fit for it. We just like to hear kind of a little fantasy casting, a little bit of speculation, and who else we'd like to see play the role. And two, would you want to see a Willy Wonka prequel? Like, I feel like in a way
You kind of got that with the
Johnny Depp
Johnny Depp one,
which
and
I didn't like
it didn't
very
really.
much.
I mean, there were some cool things about it, about Willy Wonka, about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. There
Yes.
were some cool things that I was kind of like, okay, that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
But honestly, yeah, the whole prequel idea of this is, I'm not attached to it. I'm not attracted to it, and honestly, I don't think Tom Holland is a good pick. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's
We
a great
love
actor.
Tom
We love
Holland.
Tom Holland, but he's never done a role that has made me go, oh, that's kind of a kooky character.
Right. I mean, that could just be another, another how do I want to say this? Like another movie or story that showcases his ability as an actor.
No, that's true. I mean, he could absolutely wow us.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen anything like that. From
Really.
him. That
Not
kind of
goofy kooky. I can actually see it, maybe because Timothée Chalamet's got like the floppier hair right
Mhm.
now. Not in a bad way, just like he's got like the longer hair. I kind of can actually picture Timothée Chalamet in this role.
Yeah.
But depending on how young they want to go, there is a young actor, and I forget his name, but he was in the Enola Holmes Netflix movie
yeah.
that played opposite Millie Bobby Brown.
Mhm.
He's fantastic.
He could probably.
I would like to see him, kind of get a stab at this as well.
I think I'd have to see more of him to actually get a little bit more excited about that.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, it also depends. We have no idea in which direction this is going to go. How kooky he is.
Asa Butterfield.
Oh,
I haven't heard that name in a while. Yeah, that would.
How old is he
now?
I mean, well, and that's just the thing. It's also, how old are they going to play this? How what is the direction that they're going to go? So it's kind of hard to do imaginary casting right now.
23.
Okay, so he could do it.
Yeah,
he could probably play a good young Willy,
and
Wonka.
He looks really young
Mhm.
too, so he could play younger than 23 if they wanted to take young Willy Wonka a little bit younger. I'm not finding anything about how young they potentially would have Willy Wonka. So is this like literally right before he opened up his chocolate factory? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it like when it comes out. I would say if in 2023 we're kind of like, oh, what movie do you want to see today? Oh, that young Wonka movie, Wonka's playing, sure, let's go see it. But I'm not sitting here like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for a Willy Wonka prequel. That's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't need it.
There's no one. I don't think there's no one like banging at the door saying, "Give us our Willy Wonka prequel movie," kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But honestly, this might actually be a good story or a good movie to kind of go straight to streaming, kind of a thing. But it sounds like it's a curious story.
It's a curious story, and I like what Pay says here. In the meantime, I'm still waiting for a Cowboy Bebop live action and Robotech. I mean, we're getting that with John Cho as the lead. I can't wait. I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop in a hot minute. I actually, when I was introduced to Cowboy Bebop, I actually saw the movie first.
Oh.
And then the anime after, because I liked it so much.
Because you like the movie so much?
Yeah. The animated, wait, was there an anime? Oh God, no, I feel like I'm talking out of my butt. Hold on a second.
You're like, wait,
it was a long time ago.
Which one did I actually see? So yeah, but honestly, I'd have to really sit down and start thinking about young actors who play like a kooky kind of awkward, kind of socially awkward kind of a character that I could see that would want that
a young Gene Wilder.
A young Gene Wilder. And honestly, that's the comparison that everyone's going to make.
Of course,
no one's going to look at this and go, "Oh, I think Johnny Depp did it better." No, everyone's going to look at this and go,
"I don't know if you can get better than Gene Wilder in that role."
Gene Wilder, yeah. I mean, he is. It's
good day, sir. Oh man, gosh. I want them, with all the pop-ups that they have these days. Like, I'm kind of surprised that no one's done like I guess there was a sugar rush, like a candy themed, like sort of a deal, but I want them to do like a Willy Wonka chocolate factory walkthrough. And in that time that you're in there, so the ticket will be very expensive, but you can grab like 2 to 3 items from each room or something like that.
Oh.
So you can literally say like, "Oh, the chocolate milk river." And it's not really chocolate milk river, but you can like
go grab like a cup,
or something. So it's like a little bit more sanitary, or like a chocolate fountain, and you can grab things.
I love the fact that nowadays we're always so conscious now of like, no, don't dip, like the double dipping kind of a thing. Make sure, of germs and all of that.
Oh,
just the generation that we live in.
Yeah. And you guys, before we move on to our next topic, we have a super chat from Justin. Justin, thank you so much. Justin writes, "One of these must go." Oh gosh.
Ooh, these are always so tough.
Whew. The 6 corporations that own most entertainment: Disney, WB, Fox, Sony, CBS Viacom, and NBC Universal. Keep in mind that the one that goes, all its media goes, not just the movies.
Oh, wow.
Well, we know Wendy's going to keep Disney because I'm a big Disney fan. I'm going to pick WB so I can keep all the, there's a lot of good films that come from WB. So I'm not taking that. Well, I think Fox wouldn't be included because Fox technically is under the brand of Disney.
I was going to say,
so we're going to combine that.
I was going to find that loophole and be like, well, technically, if I say Fox, that means Fox is now gone, but now everything that is Fox is owned by Disney.
I don't know how to do this. At first, I thought, okay, immediately CBS Viacom, right? But if Paramount is under the same, that means we lose the Mission Impossible franchises. I think all of them are under Paramount. Let me just double check. But I think so.
But I think, I think I would definitely want to keep Disney, Warner Brothers. Well, and here's the thing, though. Say, for example, we lose Sony. Does that mean Sony now loses the rights to Spider-Man? They revert back to Disney. So that means we would still get Spider-Man movies because they would be owned by Marvel Disney now.
Oh, gosh.
So
I don't want to get rid of Sony because there's really good movies coming out of Sony. Dang it. And I can't. There's no way I can pick Universal.
I'd probably go with CBS Viacom. Because
no more Mission Impossibles.
No more Mission Impossibles.
It's my favorite franchise.
It is
one of my favorite franchises. Justin, I don't like your question.
This is more tough because there's a lot more content underneath all of these big entertainment corporations. Pick one.
Oh,
gotta do it now. Rip off the Band-Aid.
Oh, it's gonna have to be CBS Viacom. I can't see myself saying goodbye to Into the Spider-Verse. I can't. I love that movie too much.
Yeah, you'd have to.
I love Mission Impossible too, but dang, I can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's so hard. Justin, how can you do that?
You're
How can you
torturing
do
us.
that? No. Yeah. Well, let's see what some of you guys
Fortunately,
are
these are
picking.
just for fun and not real.
Oh, okay. Justin also says, see, it's a good thing we didn't pick Sony. Sony's video games, cameras, TVs are kind of what keeps them as big. The camera that we film on is a
Oh.
Sony. We have a PlayStation. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine all the PlayStation games that we don't get to play. You
No,
know,
no, that's very, very true.
that's true. Justin, don't feel bad. We're just playing. Don't worry. He's like, I feel bad now. Yeah, you came up with an impossible question. Oh, that's
That one's
you're giving
painful.
Chris a run for his money, I'll say, because Chris comes up with some pretty heart-wrenching ones. Yeah, Disney is too big. Just kind of going through you guys' comments and seeing what you are saying. A lot of you guys are picking Sony, actually.
And yeah,
Did I
that's
pick
weird.
wrong? Should I have picked Sony?
No, it's your choice, son. You get to decide.
Oh, well, I don't feel like there was a right answer to that because you're gonna lose out on something. Like now I'll never be able to watch Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
If
but
this
if you
question,
pick Sony, you'd never be able to play PlayStation 5. Or
I can live with that. I'll have
you
my
would
Nintendo
also-
Switch and my
you would
Xbox.
also lose. I think The Last of Us is only on PlayStation. So yeah, we would not have any more Last of Us content at all. Because even though they're making a movie about The Last of Us, you would lose the 2 video games and any future prospects of make.
Yeah.
You would also lose all of the Nathan Fillion, not Nathan, Uncharted.
Nathan Drake.
I always want to call him Nathan Fillion.
For years, we wanted to see Nathan Fillion play Nathan Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Very, very true.
I mean, look, never say never.
Oh, listen. So, if we picked Disney, since they also own ESPN, does that mean we won't get any more sports?
Well, we don't watch it anyways. You and I don't watch sports anyways. Oh man. Yeah.
So, that's a tough one.
That was a tough one. Good job, Justin. And thank you everybody for playing as well. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and hit up our final topic for the day. Where are my banners? Here we go. Matt Damon in Thor: Love and Thunder. Is it possible? I mean, we've already technically have seen him. Remember that?
I would love if he's actually still the actor.
I think that's what's going to happen. So we know that the cast is they're filming Thor: Love and Thunder in Sydney, Australia, and various actors have arrived in Australia to film. Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman, Tessa Thompson, Christian Bale, also some of the Galaxy Guardians of the Galaxy like Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista, Karen Gillan, and Pom Clementiev have all been spotted in Sydney. So that kind of makes sense considering the bridge between like the interaction of Thor and the Asgardians of the Galaxy,
Asgardians of the Galaxy,
if you will. So Australia News were the ones who reported that Matt Damon and his family have arrived in Sydney, and they were like in a quarantine, assuming that this is ahead of the filming for Thor: Love and Thunder. Which, so we remember that Matt Damon was in Thor Ragnarok, where he had a little cameo and he played a Asgardian actor who was playing Loki, right?
Yeah, he was playing Loki
like in the play.
In the play that it was pretty much celebrating the
recreation of, it was like
the sacrifice that Loki made in order to save Asgard, kind of a thing, to save him from the evil dark elves that he gave his life.
I would love to see Matt Damon just back in just another cameo in the same capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now, oh my gosh, because we think Loki like died.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah, that Thanos actually killed him.
We think that I mean, I don't, with Loki, I think you never know.
Yeah.
You honestly know, because he's that kind of a trickster. But let's just like say, for the purpose of this conversation, that he like died. Maybe they're doing a tribute to Loki. So
maybe they're doing
Matt
the
Damon,
the
Asgardian actor, is like, I'm going to put on a show and I'm going to portray Loki again.
And I would love to see someone else just
play
Thanos dressed up all in purple, and they accidentally make it looks a little bit more like Grimace from McDonald's.
Oh my gosh, just like bad cosplay.
Yeah, and they're like doing that whole scene where they're Loki just gets strangled by Thanos.
Oh my gosh, that would be really, really funny. I mean, I feel like Thor: Love and Thunder is gonna be off the walls because we know Taika's behind this one.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I honestly like, would you want to see Matt Damon's role to be bigger than just the role of the actor who's playing
A
Loki in the
part of
play?
me wants to see have a little bit bigger of a role, like say after they do the play,
Yeah.
some tragedy happens and he's still kind of in the group of survivors,
Right.
kind of a thing.
Right.
But he is not anywhere near a superhero. He is
Mhm.
your stereotypical like actor thrown in a situation that they never expected that they'd have to be. And I think if they just kind of made him as like the plucky comic relief kind of a thing every now and again, just as kind of like a running gag, I think that would be funny.
Maybe to further get into his character, he keeps bugging all the other like Asgardians who's had really, close relations with Thor, such as Loki, such as Thor, or maybe, Jane as she's coming back to this one, or maybe even like Tessa like with the
What do you
Valkyrie.
know about
What
the
do you know
great
about? And
Loki?
he pulls out like a little recording device or some Asgardian tech.
He's trying to go like complete
getting
method,
character.
and he wants to know more about and he starts trying to talk to Thor about it. Starts trying to talk to um, names forget me, but other people that know Loki's character.
Yeah. I think that'll be fun. I honestly feel like it won't be too big of a part, but I wouldn't mind if it was a bigger part, as long as it makes sense for the story and it doesn't take away from obviously the main journey that we're going to go on with our main characters. But I just love that he's included in it again, because I almost forgot that he was in it until I saw the news. I was like, Matt Damon. Oh yeah,
he was an actor in acting he was an Asgardian
so
actor.
good. Yeah, this is really really fantastic, really fun news, and it makes me kind of want to watch Ragnarok all over again.
Yes,
that was a good fun.
It's just that moment when he's just coming in with the hammer.
Yeah.
He didn't have his hammer because his hammer broke when he did that. But yeah, I love the song choice that Taika made for that.
I know, and they played it twice in the movie, which was great because you're just getting amped up. You're like, mm-hmm. All right, you guys. Well, that was all the news we have for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
We didn't really get to talk much about the Snyder Cut.
Okay, you want to talk about it?
We can talking about it a little bit more.
Yeah,
because I'd like to see what your guys' thought are on the fact that they are doing they're doing 1 4-hour movie instead of 4-hour episodes. And like we said before, I do really like the fact that they're turning it into a full and complete movie, and we're not just getting 4 1-hour blocks.
Yeah, I honestly prefer that, because the Justice League, the theatrical version of it, obviously this is meant to be an extended version, Snyder's own vision of that film. So I don't really want to see it broken up into mini series. I think something like this, this was the right decision to make it a 4-hour movie. And I know people can sit there and be like, oh, who's gonna sit there for 4 hours? You guys, this isn't gonna be in theaters. You can hit pause. Yeah, you can take your bathroom breaks, you can get your snackies, you can order lunch.
You can have Postmates come and drop something off.
And also, if you want to talk about long movies, Titanic was really long. Lord of the Rings was really long. Avengers Endgame was real long, and like nobody complained. I mean, I wonder, people probably complain about it. But.
And I also think that this is also I'm kind of curious too on how they're going to treat the continuity between the two films. Since we haven't seen the Snyder Cut yet, we don't know how far Snyder is going to go away from important plot points that were put in the theatrical release.
Yes.
I have a feeling that they're going to go in depth a lot more and a lot more topics, but I don't know how much
more Wonder Woman,
most definitely. But are they going to start treating the continuity? Are they going now we're going to go from the Snyder Cut, the theatrical cut? That's kind of now going to be like treated
it's like
more
Watchmen. Like. You know how Watchmen has 2 versions as well? There's like the extended cut.
And,
not the TV show.
Sorry, there was besides the TV show, there was nothing that came after that. So in that timeline, so to speak. So I'm curious on how they're going to be treating any movie that comes in that same timeline after Justice League. So if they did something that had a little bit more of Snyder's not Doomsday.
Dune?
No, names, stupid names. Dark Side.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. So if they have something that does kind of continue that story that Schneider did, is it going to be from the continuity of the theatrical release, or is it going to be the continuity from the Schneider cut?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just curious on how they're going to treat this. But fortunately, with the direction that Warner Brothers is doing, it seems like they're going to be like, you know what? We're just going to make a good movie. We're just going to tell a story.
Yeah.
And if the continuity doesn't quite line up, or if they're in a different universe, or if this Joker movie has nothing to do with any of the other movies that we've ever made before, kind of a thing.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I think that's the best way to go, to kind of like, hey, here's another version of a story, and then be like, well, it doesn't quite line up with this new movie that's came out.
And let's not forget that the reason that this happened is because the fans outcry for it. The fans wanted it. So the fans are definitely going to be tuning in for those 4 hours. And like, I'm really curious to see what scenes have been reshot, what scenes were left out that are going to get put back in, and just seeing all the other stuff that have been kind of little pieces of information that we've heard about this movie so far. Like, I definitely would love to see more of Cyborg, because there wasn't already in the original cut wasn't that much of like him. Like, he's present, but there could have been more. So I'm very excited to see more of his story. I want to see more of Superman, because Superman came in a little bit later.
I want to see him in that black suit. I'm dying for them to talk about what that black suit is for. Is the fact that it absorbs more solar radiation, so he can actually get stronger, and how they talk a little bit more about his recovery. But so I'm excited to see because it's going to be completely different than what they put in their theatrical cut.
Yeah.
Because there's no need for a black suit in that one. But
in
the
theatrical. And like, I didn't really mind the theatrical version of Justice League all that much. I know some people like really, really didn't like it. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I was entertained, and I obviously think Wonder Woman is the best part of the film, but I'm super biased because that's my girl. So I love just now we're getting to see way more expanded storytelling, and most importantly, that to know that a lot of the fans who have been asking for the Snyder Cut are gonna get it very, very soon on HBO Max. So I think this is like good news all around for everybody who's really into the film, who's been wanting to see like the extended cuts and give us like a more well-rounded story.
Yeah.
So very excited about that. Anything else you want to talk about before?
No, I just wanted to bring that subject back up, because it was one of our main subjects, and we kind of talked about it at the beginning, but we really didn't get a chance to go into like a little bit more of a deep dive, a little bit more of a discussion to see what people in our chat thought a little bit more about the topic. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see it and see what the future of the DCEU is.
And see kind of. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because, like you said, there's been, everything is under the DCEU, essentially, like Joker. But that Joker does not exist in any other DCEU films, because we have the Dark Knight Joker, Heath Ledger. Then we have the Suicide Squad Joker. And then we have Joker.
The Joker's Joker.
The Joker. Yeah. So really interesting. And then I know we will see Jared Leto's Joker in the Snyder Cut.
Yes.
I think it's what he said. So like, that's going to be interesting to see how that's going to play into that. Like there's a lot of things to kind of wonder about. But of course, all of our questions hopefully will be answered when we get to see the film. And I honestly don't mind. I thought I would. Kind of these films that don't really exactly connect to. But like the Joker movie was so good. I'm very excited for Batman. Matt Reeves' Batman looks fantastic. So if they keep giving us top quality content like that, then like do it all. I don't care.
It's like, I don't care what you do with your continuity. If you keep on bringing out awesome movies like that, then I'm good.
Yeah. So we will see before long, and then we will have a nice big discussion once everybody's seen the 4-hour cut of Justice League.
Yeah, we'll have to do a whole live stream of us we're just call the live stream spoiler talks.
Yeah,
The spoiler couple. And that's all we'll do, is that we'll just talk spoilers about a certain movie or a certain show.
Yeah.
And we'll have a big warning up there saying, we are talking spoilers for this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It's been such a fun time. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. It really, really helps us so much. And of course, share this video with all your friends who you think would enjoy content such as this one. If you enjoyed it and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos, such as WandaVision reactions, trailer reactions, movie reviews, which we have to film so many because we've been watching a bunch of stuff. So there you have it. And of course, thank you to everybody who contributed via Super Chat today. You guys are amazing. You help keep this channel going. So we want to thank you so much. And of course, we want to invite you back on Saturday for our next live stream where we will talk about
all the latest in
who knows what.
Movie and nerd culture and fun stuff.
And if there's no news, then we'll just put Navi on the screen for an hour. And she's very entertaining. So you guys, thank you so much. We will see you in our next live stream. And until then, take care of yourselves. We love you. And we'll see you on Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.